Every day life's happening. Some days are more eventful. Others, living protected with insurance you can depend on changes your life for the better. We insure the people and things you care about. Not Agency. We'll help you find the right coverage so when life happens, you have the right insurance protection for your family and business. When life happens, live protected. Agency for all your insurance needs.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Tuesday, June the 19th. We're almost at summertime. Almost, but we're talking about summertime plays, Maplewood Barn Theatre and the Tempest, right? I want to introduce you to DANA BOCKE and Sarah Jost. It's a pleasure to have both of you here. Now, DANA, you are the
Assistant Director.
And Sarah?
I play the air spirit Ariel.
Yeah, and you were in Beauty and the Beast too, weren't you?
Yes,
yeah,
I was here for Belle.
Fantastic crowd for that. But tell me about the Tempest.
The Tempest is one of Shakespeare's shorter plays. It's possibly maybe one of the last ones he wrote. So it's a very magical, kind of lighthearted, a little more lighthearted than a lot of his plays. And so it's set on an island where Prospero has been shipwrecked for many years with his child. He was banished from Milan by his traitorous sister who wanted to take over. Mm-hmm. And so he's been plotting his revenge this whole time.
This is soap opera stuff.
Very much so. Yes. Very much so. So he plots his revenge and he causes a shipwreck with the assistance of some air spirits and wrecks them all on this island to enact his revenge.
Okay. So tell me about your character then.
My character is very mischievous. I have two smaller air spirits that follow me around, and we just kind of generally cause a little trouble, playful trouble, and a little mayhem with the characters.
So how do you do the spirits?
The spirits are made to be invisible. So we can see one another and Prospero can see us, but all the other actors on stage pretend like they don't see us.
Right, but the audience can see you.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
But none of the other actors can see you.
Mm-hmm. So they've been told, like, don't react if they touch you, if they say something to you. Like, they have to pretend we're just not there.
Yeah. Is this a difficult production to do?
We're doing a lot of really interesting different things with this production. There's a lot of music that Shakespeare talks about in this show. The air spirits make music, the island sings. And so we've actually added music to the show. So there's a lot of songs, there's a lot of instruments, there's a lot of percussion. And then also we're doing some really great technical effects that I don't want to go too far into. But
right. But you added music yourself?
Yes.
And you can do that because
yes,
this
because
is in
Shakespeare is
public
domain, right? And he wrote. I mean, the lyrics are written; they're in the script. It's just most people don't go through the trouble of actually making it music. And so our director actually wrote scores for everything.
Mm-hmm. Wow!
Yeah.
So this is almost a world premiere then of this particular production.
It definitely is. It is a very fresh take on it.
Yeah. So when can people see it?
We open this Thursday, the 21st, and it runs the 21st through the 24th, and then also again the next weekend, June 28th through July 1st.
Okay, and if it rains, boy, do we need rain.
We will move it inside.
You'll move it inside. You don't have to worry about that.
That's right.
Okay, so you can move it inside at a moment's notice.
Yep.
And if people want tickets, you can get them in advance, or you can get at the door.
Yes, you can buy them at the door. Box office opens at 7. Showtime is at 8, and you can also buy them online.
Okay, next 2 weekends, the Tempest.
Yes.
Maplewood Barn. Thank you so much for coming by.
Thanks for
and if you want more information on this, if you want to go online, you can go to maplewoodbarn.com. That's maplewoodbarn.com. And I believe you'll have the whole schedule for the rest of the summer on the website also, right? For Maplewood Barn. All right. Now, we go from productions of plays to politics. Talk to Taylor Burks with us for the Boone County Youth Election Program. Good to have you here, Taylor.
Hey, Paul. Thanks for having me.
Now, you're working with young people, getting them involved in the election process and civic duties very early, right?
That's right. Yeah, we went into the high schools across Boone County and talked about this opportunity to get our high school students involved in our local elections so that they could see what the process looks like at the local level. We have local candidates running, local issues that we're voting on, and those tend to get lost. So we wanted high school students to see it.
How many kids really expressed an interest in this?
We had quite a few kids. So the process for the youth election program is we went and spoke in the high schools before the spring semester leading up to April. The teachers nominated them, and their high school principals ultimately recommended them to the county clerk's office for these students to come to us. So we had 38 students that had been recommended by their principals to work on our April election.
Don't you think now it seems that more young people are becoming motivated to get involved
Definitely.
in what's happening in our, not just locally, but nationally?
Definitely. I think a lot of students, you see that in any generation where there's something that motivates them to start paying attention and to start getting involved. And you hate to see it just at the national level. You want them to see it at the local level too,
Yeah.
see where they can make an impact on local issues.
But I have the feeling that we do have a lot of young people who are interested and who are going to get involved as the year goes on.
That's absolutely right. And this was an opportunity for them to move from being interested to being engaged.
So what exactly do they do?
They work alongside of our regular election workers. We brought them in the clerk's office. We trained them like a regular election judge, and then we had them there from 5 a.m. to after the polls close on election day, doing the exact same thing as our regular election workers.
And you have to, just like the regular election workers, you have to have one Republican, one Democrat, or two Republicans, two Democrats.
Yep.
It has to be equal.
That's right. No party can have a majority at an individual poll. And so we took these students, and I didn't ask for specific breakdown, but the way they were nominated to me, we had a third who were Democrats, a third who were independents, and a third who were Republicans. And that's just the way it shook out.
Yeah. And you have the independents in there too.
Yep, we have independents now. That's a state law that changed a few years back, so we can use independent voters as well in our polling places.
So whenever I go to the polls and vote, there are three separate parties there?
The only requirement is we can't have a majority Democrats or a majority Republicans, but then we can add independents to that mix. So that's kind of how it shakes out.
Can you have a majority of independents if it works out that way or not?
Yeah.
No majority of anything.
No majority from anybody, yep. So that everybody feels like there's a good balance at the polls.
And they'll be working the August primary?
Yeah, from our April group, we had 2 interns that are coming and doing an in-depth internship with us that'll be helping on the August primary. And then we're going to do this program again every April election.
Will they be in the November elections then too?
Nope, they'll be in class in November.
Oh my! But that you can't make special provisions for them to come out that day.
We have several who are turning 18, and they've indicated that they want to come in and now be regular election workers. So we have more than a few that are doing that.
So if people want more information about this, what can they do?
Well, I ask that students who are interested just pay attention. The fall semester is when we start going back to the high schools and saying, hey, here's our process. We give them forms that they can apply for with their principal, and then the principals make the recommendation. So the forms start with the school district.
Okay, but they don't go to county government to sign.
Nope, we go to them.
All right, thank you, Taylor. I appreciate you coming by.
Great to be here.
We're out of time for today. Tomorrow, pet health, and off the cuff. If there's something that you would like to hear or see, I would love to hear from you. Just drop me an email. That's pepperp@missouri.edu. And when you go out and about today, be careful, stay cool, and be nice to each other. Thanks for listening. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.